Unit 4, Recruitment Procedure and Job Interview. Text A. Recruitment or hiring refers to the overall process of attracting, selecting, and appointing suitable candidates for jobs within an organization. Human resources managers and recruitment agencies are tasked with carrying out recruitment. Recruiters employ various tactics to bring the best talent to their companies. The following are the guidelines to help you in the hiring process. Step 1. Review the job description. Step 2. Develop a recruiting strategy. Step 3. Review and sort resumes/applications. Step 4. Conduct telephone interviews. Step 5. Conduct face-to-face interviews. Step 6. Get another opinion. Step 7. Narrow it down and make the final selection. Step 8. Check references. Step 9. Make offer and introduce the new employee to the organization. Text B. There are many options for you for where to place an ad to find potential workers. These options include using local newspapers, including local, neighborhood publications, newsletters of community churches, mosques, or temples, local organizations, or support groups, job service offices, employment, and temporary agencies, bulletin boards at grocery stores, apartment buildings, libraries, local, recreational facilities, laundromats, clinics, the student employment offices or nursing and social work programs at area vocational schools, community colleges, and universities. Word of mouth. The web. There are many job board sites on the net that you can use for employee recruitment. Text C. There are two key stages to getting the job you want. The first is securing an interview with a well-presented and relevant CV, and the second is your performance in the interview. A CV, also known as a resume, is a summary of your professional background. Your CV should be 1 to 2 pages long and include an overview of your work experience, studies, achievements or awards, special skills, and references. Your contact information should always be included at the top of the first page. The company will review your documents and contact you if you have gone forward to the interview stage of the recruitment process. The employer already knows your basic qualifications. During the interview, you have the chance to show your enthusiasm for the job at hand and give the employer a sense of who you are as a person. Don't be surprised if some of the questions asked are not directly work-related. Be prepared to talk about your family and what you do in your free time. Unit 5. Employee Discipline and Termination. Text A. Effective discipline can protect organizations. Everyone benefits when rules and consequences of violations are carefully formulated, clearly communicated, and consistently carried out. Many potential challenges are often resolved before they get out of hand. Employee termination is often the last step in an unsuccessful attempt to help a worker meet work standards. Confronting employees during a disciplinary or termination interview takes much interpersonal skill and preparation. Throughout this kind of interview, it is important to distinguish between the employee as a person and any unwanted behavior, so as to avoid building artificial walls between the supervisor and worker. If the employee needs to be disciplined or terminated, this is best done while permitting the employee to preserve as much dignity as possible. Management can help coach and mentor an employee into improving his or her performance or behavior, but at the end it is the worker who must decide if the job is worth the effort. The responsibility to improve behavior must remain with the employee. Text B. Reasons to fire an employee. Terminate his/her employment. Poor work performance, for example, working at a reduced speed, poor quality, tardiness, sleeping on the job, absenteeism, wasting time. Poor coworker relations, for example, fighting on the job, lack of cooperation. Inadequate subordinate supervisor relations, for example, insubordination. Inadequate supervisor-subordinate relations, for example, favoritism, withholding of key information, mistreatment, abuse of power. Workplace violence, e.g., verbal or physical abuse, threats, bullying, mobbing. Dishonesty, espionage, and theft. Violation of safety rules and other practices, e.g., not wearing safety equipment, carrying weapons on the job, drug and alcohol abuse. C. There are different degrees of punishment to deal with offenders. Tools to respond to offenses include 1. Communication of the standard, 2. Disapproval, 3. Verbal warning, 4. Written warning, 5. Suspension, and 6. Termination of employment. Unit 6. Corporate Social Responsibility. Text A. Corporate social responsibility, CSR, refers to a business practice that involves participating in initiatives that benefit society. Corporate social responsibility is about giving back to the communities that keep your business afloat, altruistic giving for the benefit of the others. The philosophy behind it is that what you put into the world is exactly what you're going to get out of it. Today, communities, thanks to the technology, are aware of global problems, Ebola, persistent poverty, climate change. As consumers' awareness about global social issues continues to grow, so does the importance these customers place on CSR when choosing where to shop. Consumers aren't the only ones who are drawn to businesses that give back. Susan Cooney, founder of crowdfunding philanthropy platform Givelocity, said that a company's CSR strategy is a big factor in where today's top talent chooses to work. Text B. Here are a few of the broad categories of social responsibility that businesses are practicing. Environment. One primary focus of corporate social responsibility is the environment. Businesses, both large and small, have a large carbon footprint. Any steps they can take to reduce those footprints are considered both good for the company and society as a whole. Philanthropy. Businesses also practice social responsibility by donating to national and local charities. Whether it involves giving money or time, businesses have a lot of resources that can benefit charities and local community programs. Ethical labor practices. By treating employees fairly and ethically, companies can also demonstrate their corporate social responsibility. This is especially true of businesses that operate in international locations with labor laws that differ from those, e.g. in the United States. Text C. Famous business companies have unique opportunities to give back to communities in a way that amplifies the intentions of their employees and company. Mission. Dell supports over 4,615 charities around the world. The Dell Social Innovation Challenge provides funding and mentorship to college students to further projects that help solve social problems. Dell's Disaster Relief Program provides assistance to communities affected by natural disaster around the world. IBM believes in corporate citizenship. Employees volunteer in environmental efforts, community economic development, education, health, literacy, language, and culture.